Hello everybody, it is Enemy48 here and welcome back to another Whovian Wednesday. Today we are diving into Season 8, which is another Jon Pertwee season. And it is the season of the Master. If you want to see him face any other villain, go to a different season. Every episode either includes the Master or is influenced by the Master. And what I mean by that is sometimes the first two episodes of a story don't have the Master. But then in episode 2 or 3, it is revealed that he is controlling things. So he uses different minions, as it were, to do his bidding. But every single episode in this season is a Master episode, which is crazy. For all the iconic villains that we've had in Doctor Who, from the Daleks to the Cybermen to the Master, he is one of them, to have him be featured the entire season is wild. And for that reason, I'm going to keep Patrick Troughton in first place in my Doctor's tier list. I need to see Jon Pertwee deal with something different. Dealing with the Master in every single episode, I didn't feel like I got a different vibe from him than really any from episode to episode. I also preferred Joe less as a companion than his first companion. Brigadier's still awesome. Really like the Brigadier. Lethbridge Stewart, cool character, and getting background on Kate Lethbridge Stewart's family is very cool. This is, as I've said, I think in every episode of Whovian Wednesday, this is why I wanted to go back and watch, is to have the connections, to connect the dots of things from the modern show, which I have watched, and getting the Lethbridge Stewart line expanded, and early Master stories expanded, and so on. Other villains in other seasons. That's why I'm here. So, it was cool to see the Master, but after about the third story, I was a little disappointed because I realized he was going to be in every single story of the season. With that said, I did enjoy the season. It was a fun season. But there was a lot of Master. Let's get into the episodes. We start with a 4-episode arc, Terror of the Outons. Episode 1, the Master has arrived. Josephine Grant is assigned as the Doctor's new assistant. The Master is stealing space science tech. A Time Lord tribunal warns the Doctor of a trap set by the Master that would have killed the Doctor. The Nestines are back. Jo is caught by the Master and she is under his mind control. Episode 2, Jo tries to open a bomb. The Doctor throws it out the window. Doctor gets Jo out of mind control. The Doctor and Jo are captured by plastic men. Episode 3, the Master messes with the Doctor's telephone. A mini doll goes after Jo. Michael, a unit soldier, shoots it to pieces. Episode 4, the Master captures the Doctor and Jo. Doctor convinces Master the Nestines will turn on him, stopping the invasion. Michael shoots the Master. It was someone else with a Master mask on. The Master escapes but can't leave Earth because the Doctor has one of the Master's TARDIS components. The next arc is The Mind of Evil, which is 6 episodes. The Doctor visits a prison for sentencing. They have used a machine that removes negative actions from someone's brain. UNIT is running security for an international peace conference. China claims the U.S. has stolen documents, but the Chinese delegate, with something on her neck, burns the document. Man in the prison dies near the machine. The Chinese delegate dies. Not the one that burned it, her boss. Machine kills its controller while making repairs. Chinese delegate helped install machine in the prison a year prior. The machine attacks the doctor's mind. Episode 2, Joe snaps the doctor out of the mental attack. The doctor heads to the peace conference. Joe stays at the prison. The Chinese delegate uses her mind to attack a man on the street. The master has a listening device in on Unit, and the master is controlling the Chinese delegate. Her next target is the American delegate. There's a prison break attempt. Joe is captured by the prisoners. The Chinese delegate attacks the American delegate. Episode 3, the American survives. Unit captures the Chinese delegate. The doctor realizes the master has been controlling the Chinese delegate and installed the machine in the prison. Joe disrupts the prison break, and the master arrives at the prison. The master helps restart the prison break. The doctor arrives, brought before the master. Doctor is cuffed next to the machine, and the master turns it on before attempting to steal a nuclear missile from Unit. Episode 4. The master prevents the machine from killing the doctor and puts him in a cell with Joe. Master can no longer control the machine, and it attacks him. Master sends prisoners to steal the nuke. The machine can now teleport. So far, only within the prison. Episode 5. Unit recaptures the prison. Episode 6. Doctor uses the machine against the master, who escapes without firing the nuke. The next arc is 4 episodes and is the Claws of Axos. Episode 1. A UFO with alien creepy crawlies land in England. Axos are gold humanoid aliens, and the master is in their brig. Episode 2. They may be shapeshifters. The master strikes a deal with Axos. Episode 3. Doctor and Joe are captured by Axos. Humanoids aren't their true form. Unit captures Master, leaving Doctor's TARDIS. They are forced to free the Master so he can prevent Axos from destroying Earth. Episode 4. Doctor and Joe escape from Master's chaos. Doctor and Master are now working together to repair the TARDIS. Doctor tricks the Master, makes a deal with Axos to spare Earth, but go against the Time Lord High Council, tricking Axos into a time loop. Doctor can leave Earth, but it is programmed to always return, like a galactic yo-yo. Our next arc is 6 episodes and is Colony in Space. Time Lord Doomsday weapon is taken by the Master. Now, this wasn't accurate. I don't know. I swear that's what they said. But he's targeting a Doomsday weapon, and it is not the Time Lords. I swear they said that the Master took their Doomsday weapon. But based on how the story unfolds, that's not what happened. Time Lords send the TARDIS off Earth with the Doctor and Joe on board. They are captured by colonists on 2472 Earth Expansion Colony. A family is attacked by an indigenous reptile and a biped species. Another colony on that planet failed, all dead but one. Biped species is friendly to colonists. Robot goes after the Doctor. Episode 2, controlled by a mining company. They had been told by Earth there was no colony on the planet. The bipeds took TARDIS. Mining company did know about the colony, but they ignored it. The company killed the family in an attempt to scare the colonists off the planet. Doctor fights off some bipeds. New colonist frames biped in an attack, also damaging equipment. Episode 3, Doctor escapes attack from mining company. New colonist is a mining company plant, so the other colony wasn't even real. Joe captured by miners while she snooped on their spaceship. She is cuffed to a bomb. A worker has turned on the mining company. Joe broken out by bipeds. Doctor and colonists attack mining ship. Episode 4. Master arrives as adjudicator between mining company and colonists. Now, this to me was really disappointing, purely based on the fact that this was a very interesting story that didn't need the Master, and then the Master kind of came in, and he did add to the story, obviously. But it was an interesting arc without him, and you could have almost used with a story that didn't have the Master somewhere in this season, and this would have been a good one. The Doctor frees Joe. Master sides with the mining company. Colonists and mining company are involved in a shootout. Episode 5, Mining Company informed Master is not adjudicator. Doctor and Joe knocked out while in Master's TARDIS. Mining Company claim control. Doctor bring Master to Biped City. Mining soldiers enter Master's TARDIS, finding Joe. Episode 6, Mining People free Joe. She tells them the Doctor and Master have gone to the primitive city. Colonist spaceship explodes on takeoff. Doctor destroys the Doomsday weapon, foiling yet another one of the Master's plots. It also destroyed their city and many of the primitives. Colonists weren't on the ship when it exploded and take back the planet in another shootout. Master escapes during firefight. The colony's leader went up in the ship alone, causing the distraction. Doctor and Joe return to Earth. Our final arc of the season is 5 episodes and is the Daemons. Archaeological dig at old witch site. Master is in the village as a priest, the Magister. Master conjures a demon and causes a collapse which partially lands on the Doctor. Episode 2, Doctor wakes up from his freeze-induced knockout. Doctor knows Master is responsible. Episode 3, Master has awakened Daemons from the planet Deimos. They arrived thousands of years prior. Episode 4, Daemon wants to speak with Doctor before appointing Master leader of humanity. Doctor captured by villagers under Master's influence, but the Doctor frees himself with the help from an uncontrolled villager and unit soldier. Episode 5, Joe and Michael are captured. Michael escapes and warns the Doctor that the Daemon has been summoned. Doctor rescues Joe, who destroys the Daemon by choosing to sacrifice herself instead of letting the Daemon kill the Doctor. This makes the Daemon just kind of collapse in on himself and explode. She survives, and the Master is put into unit custody. A lot of the Master, but we do get a good season out of it, and it was a fun one. So, no real complaints from me, just could have used a story arc without the Master in it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on Jon Pertwee and season 8 in particular with the Master. That is all I have for today's Whovian Wednesday. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.